What's up guys, Tactical Core here, hitting you with a new sneak peek video of how to use an aim trainer to get your aim just a little bit better. I'm going to be working with Kovaak 2.0 the meta. Alright, so a couple of things I'm going to be talking about are the different types of aiming methods. You got your tracking dominated players, you have your click timing players. Tracking is your ability to follow a target while you're shooting it. Click timing is going to be your ability to move your mouse and cursor over it, clicking as you're passing the target. More often than not, it's referred to as flicking, but I'm going to stick to click timing. It's a little more official. Whoa. Alright guys, jumping right into it. So you're going to have your games like Valorant, which are going to be more click timing intensive. In a target acquisition and target transfers, as you guys just saw, I was able to effectively transfer between 4 of the targets there. Now I'm going to be jumping into more of a click timing type of play and get the 5k whatever. But it comes down to click timing's the biggest thing in Valorant and CS:GO. That's really all the game is. It doesn't take a whole lot of bullets to kill people, so you're not really spraying. Just if you're into these games, focus on your click timing more. Realize that target acquisition is huge as well, just to be able to transfer between targets and prioritize effectively. But you're going to want to focus more on those click timing training methods. For games like Apex Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, these games are going to be more focused on your tracking ability, just because characters, they have shields, they have more health or the healing, etc. All these things make it so that you have to shoot the characters more to be able to eliminate them. And whenever you have to put that many bullets into a target, you have to be able to track it effectively, regardless if you're using a pistol or you're using an SMG. You're going to be tracking the target as you're shooting, so you're going to want to focus more on those tracking procedures, and then your target acquisitions and transfers as well. That's going to be across the board in every game. Target acquisition, target transfer, that's every game. Really the only difference is whether or not you're focusing on your tracking ability or your click timing ability. Go ahead and just watch through these clips. It emphasizes how much the training really focuses on these concepts when you're able to see it, and pretty soon I can almost guarantee that once you guys start doing Kovaaks or any other aim trainer that you choose, you're going to realize that video games are literally just pills that shoot back at you. I don't know if that's going to take away from the fun or not, but that's how I kind of look at it now, and I'm able to just have like a more calm mentality when I play, and I think that also helped a lot. So aim trainers don't just help with your aim, they help with your stress levels while in game as well. If you are a tracking dominated player, I highly encourage you to pick up on your click timing techniques, because it's only going to help you. Vice versa, if you are a click timing dominated player, I would highly suggest improving your tracking techniques. Real quick guys, I'm going to start off with one clip. It really shows how to build up your character and stuff. When you're training, you want to practice how you play. I had a football coach, Coach Harvey. I'll never forget this. You always finish 2 steps past the line And that's something I've always carried through with me throughout my entire life, and it follows me everywhere I go. And this next clip, it kind of shows you like follow through. If you're gonna start a round, finish the round. You're doing these rounds for a minute. There's no reason to quit and restart. You can't quit and restart a game once you start it. So why are you gonna do that in your training? You finish 2 steps behind the line. Like, and this clip just goes to show that you can come back from any mistake. It's mentality. So you got your head in the right space, you're gonna be a lot better off. Just go ahead and take note from this clip.
Ooh, close, man. Close.
No! Fuck. So there you guys go. It doesn't matter how badly you mess up. As long as you can recover and you can keep yourself composed, you're going to finish well. As you guys just saw, I got a new high score after my little mix-up there at the end. Stayed positive, kept going through. Knew I fucked up, acknowledged it, but I didn't let it stop me. Moving forward, I'm going to show you guys all the clips and the trainings. I'm going to give you my audio and descriptions in the background and what game they pertain to, as well as posting timestamps in the bottom for you guys to click through and make that shit super easy. So hope y'all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Ninja Dust. Alright guys, so this is going to be one wall, 9,000 targets. I use this strictly to warm up before I go and get into anything. I want to get my hand loose, I want to get my fingers loose, I want to make sure that my click timing's on point, my mouse control is efficient, and I'm just going to go through until I feel confident and I start getting my numbers to be averaged out. What I mean by saying the numbers averaged out, I mean, whenever you get your score at the end, you want it to be relatively close. You don't want them to be drastically different. So just go through this as many times as you see fit. I roughly do 5 to 10 minutes on this one. Nothing too serious. It has no purpose other than just warming up in my eyes. Alright guys, coming up into our first actual training mode. This is called Kata IC Long Strafes. This is going to focus on your tracking ability with targets. This is going to be used across any game. Obviously, the speeds are going to be different. The speeds are going to be different to their respective game. Apex Legends, CS:GO, games like that. They all vary in speeds with character movement. So this is going to help you with your mouse movement, your mouse control, your trigger finger. You don't want to just spam your trigger all the time. You're going to be wasting ammo. You're going to be reloading all the time. It's not efficient. It's not effective. So you want to be able to shoot when you're on the target, and then stop shooting when you're no longer on the target. And that's a real bad habit that people have. They just hold the trigger and they try and correct everything. You want to be able to acquire the target, shoot when you're off the target, not shoot. Acquire the target, shoot again, and it's that constant ebb and flow almost of just shooting and not shooting while following the target. Coming up onto our Kata IC Fast Strafes. This one is more for the Overwatch players specifically. I say that because characters don't move this fast in most of the games that I play. I only see this in Overwatch, and it's when I'm playing against a Tracer because she's super quick, agile, and all over the place. So this is going to be more for those types of games. You can see I have a health bar on this pill now as well. Kata IC Long Strafes and Kata IC Short Strafes, they have options within the game modes of Kovaaks, where you can put a health bar on it or you can make it invincible. Newer players, I'd recommend leaving the health bars on. As you can see, I left it on for this one because I'm terrible at the fast strafes. And it helps you notice that you're actually hitting the target a little easier as opposed to just going off of the hit register. So for newer players, I'd recommend this. It's just easier to get used to. And as you can see, I'm still keeping control of my fire. Whenever I'm on the pill, I'm shooting. Whenever I'm off the pill, I'm trying to not shoot so that I'm not wasting just useless ammo all over the place. Now we're going to be moving on over to pat target switch. This is going to be the target acquisition, the target transfer. This is going to be useful against all games. Again, like I said, a lot of these training modes, the information is transferable. What you're looking at here is you're looking at the health bars. You're looking at when the target's dead, when to switch to the next target, finding the next target prior to finishing off the one you're on, and keeping all of that going in at once. It's a lot happening at once. This is a very tough game mode to get used to, but once again, you got to put in the time, and you're gonna notice the difference almost within the first day. You're gonna have the first day and you're like, wow, that was super stressful at first, a lot going on, and then it just clicks. So keep up with it, don't give up. This is a really good game mode, like I said, just for every game. The target acquisition, target transferring, it just helps so much with so many different concepts. Now we just got another variation of the pat target switch. This one's a little bit quicker, so for games that they have the games where the characters just the movement speed's faster. So this is more pertained to Overwatch. The last one I'd say more towards CSGO, where it's a moderate speed as opposed to Overwatch character abilities where they're all kind of all over the place, you know. So this is just another version of it. They're all just moving way faster. And they're moving a little bit wider off into the screen as well, as you can see. So, like I said, this one, I'd like to say this one is more specific to games such as Overwatch, where characters move quicker and they have more drastic change in distance with their movements. This is going to be our Pat Target 360 Small. Now, I really like this one, not so much because of the 360 aspect, but because of the size of the pills and how fast they move. Like I said, I like to play games like Valorant and CSGO, and this is almost identical to the character movements and the character model sizes as well. So this one's very useful. The 360 does help a lot because you will find yourself in some situations where you got someone behind you and you got to get around there. But I really like it because it goes from you have your targets on your screen and now you have to find them off your screen as well. Ascended Tracking V3. This one does not have recoil. You can see that there's many different levels. The pills move a little faster. You got to do your target acquisition, target transfer. You're also scanning the area to find where the other targets are going to be. You notice that you have a lot more depth in this one too within your hallways. So that's really good for games like Apex Legends when you're running through buildings and you have all these like tight, narrow hallways and you have to really determine whether you want to shoot the back target or the front target, and you have to stay on the target that you're already shooting so that you're not wasting ammo, because it comes down to if you're shooting someone at the beginning, you got to finish that target because you only have enough ammo for the one kill. You can't go from this kill to that kill and they're both at half HP now because you did nothing. They're both at half HP still, they're both still shooting you. So you got to finish the target that you're on and then transfer to the next one. It comes to a prioritization, which is huge in FPSs. But like I said, this is going to be more for like those hallway type plays. The elevation can help a lot, but try and focus more on the target prioritizing and acquisition to then transfer. This is going to be the same game mode. Only difference is we added recoil, and now it adds a little more similarity to games like CS:GO and Valorant because we added the recoil to it now. This game mode is going to be Fugla XYL. Pretty much, this simulates a Pharah movement almost exactly. This is her floating and jumping up and everything like that. So this training really just goes to Overwatch players who want to get better at killing Pharah. Another cool thing about this one is you can switch the gun from the AR mode to a pistol mode, and that'll help you switch up your training style so that you can get more of that McCree type of play as opposed to just the Soldier 76 play. Also, if you hit the right click, you'll get your ADS zoom in as well. But like I said, this one really only goes to Pharah. She's the only character I've ever seen in a video game that has this type of movement, and it gets you going all the way through the entire height of the map. So this one's really good for that, and I'm going to say it's specific to that as well. This is a 100% click timing mode. This is 1 wall, 6 targets small, and they do have an extra small mode. If you're still new to the game, you can do 1 wall, 6 targets, TE, and I think it's the regular sized balls. They're a little bit bigger and they have just different sizes. Go through Kovaaks, look through all the sizes, find something that works for you, and know that as you practice, you're going to get better and you're going to be more efficient at clicking these, and you might even get to the extra small ones. I myself, I'm still right here on just 1 wall, 6 targets small. I find it to be super helpful. My one taps in pistol game, like pistol shooting and everything, I've just gotten so much more accurate. It's absolutely absurd. I think this game mode alone is what made me realize how effective aim trainers actually are, because when I first started this, I was garbage at it. This is going to be another variation of the pat target. Only difference is you're using a pistol type of gun. The bodies take 2 hits, in the head it's 1. So it's really good to get better at those pistol rounds. Like a lot of people always complain about I'm so bad at pistol rounds. I'm never good at pistol rounds. This specifically is how you get better at pistol rounds. Okay, because on pistol rounds, people are moving much quicker. They're running and gunning. They're not stopping. This is what you need, and this could be transferable through every game. Wingman in Apex Legends, Overwatch, McCree, just any game. This is 100% how you get better at that click timing pistols type of play. And this is going to be your shotgun strafe. It's a close, fast strafe with a shotgun. I'm not going to show you guys the ones with the SMGs, just because it's the same concept, just instead of using the shotgun with the one shot, you're using your SMGs and whatnot, but it's the same concept. It's a short, fast strafe, and they also have the fast, long strafes, which are close quarters, and this is real good. Like, I'm terrible with shotguns. I try not to get this close to people, but this is a really good training, and I still do this one because there are situations where I get right up on top of people when I'm playing games like Apex or Overwatch. And it's nice to have that calm type of mentality when someone is right up on top of you, like staying cool, calm, collected, making sure your shots count, and making sure that when you pull the trigger, you are on top of the target, because that's a pretty long delay and people can do a lot of damage if you happen to miss even one shot with a shotgun. So go ahead, get the other ones with the close fast strafes, the close long strafes. and do it with the different guns because it's going to help out. Now, for the last game mode, this is one I really struggle with. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. I freaking suck at it. And anybody who is good at this, like, I hate you. I envy you, and I want your talent because this was the hardest thing on the planet for me to do. Even now, I still struggle. Like, I have moments of, oh, okay, I get it. But this is all prediction. You have to be able to know where the ball is going. You have to be able to trace it and then predict where it's going to go and click there. And this is, it's such a good concept. If you're able to predict where people are going, you just leave your crosshair there and they're going to walk right into it. A lot of people, they think that they have to flick to everything. No, the less you move, the better off you're going to be. You'll even see it. Like, as I'm tracing it, I'm either tracing the ball perfectly and then I'm going to click it, or I'm placing my crosshair and tracing underneath it to where the ball is going to go. As you get more effective at predicting where these balls are going to be, you're going to notice the difference. It's night and day. But this is all prediction, and that's all shooters are, is predicting where your enemy is going to be, so you're that much more prepared to shoot than they are, because they're not predicting where you are. All right, and this is the one game I absolutely do not recommend. Anything with a block. If it has a square, it is not for you. You have to be brand new to mouse and keyboard for these to be beneficial. Other than that, don't even bother. The box is so much bigger than your crosshair. It's a fun game mode, don't get me wrong. It's fun. Play against your friends and stuff like that, but don't actually use this as a game to warm up with, to train with, to do anything with. This, I cannot stress it enough. It's a fun game mode. Play it against your friends, see who gets the high score, but don't rely on it. Alright guys, and that is going to be it for the first video on your FPS transition to greatness. I'm glad I could be here to help you guys. If you liked the video, let me know by hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button. If there's anything else you wish to see, maybe I could emphasize some points a little bit more, you just have some questions, go ahead and post down in the comments below. I just want to let you know that I appreciate y'all, and I had a real good time doing this. I'm going to continue to follow through with Kovaak, so I'm going to keep myself up to date, and I will keep this video updated as I see new game modes coming out within there, or as I see maybe new techniques that we could pick up on. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see y'all next time. Thought I was going to ninja dust again, didn't you?